Colby, every time I see you online, it's you with two beautiful girls on one arm of you, right? I think, do we have that little montage of Colby? If you guys aren't familiar with what Colby's doing online, do you have that clip where his famous catchphrase? Play this real quick.
Give me 1 second.
All right. So Colby always has two beautiful girls. The first time I even saw Colby, I'm a basketball guy, an NFL guy. And then I got into UFC. I was like, who's this guy with the chicks and all this? And then you started doing stuff for gambling, whatever. And every time you did your video, I was like, this dude, he's bad. Play this clip.
Greetings, and virgins. Greetings, nerds 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 and virgins.
So Colby's out there calling out the nerds and the virgins out there. Colby. So, you know, a lot of what we talk about on this show, we talk finance and romance and money and how it equates to things and relationships. And now we're getting into more cultural stuff, which leads into more political stuff. As Breitbart said that politics is downstream from culture. This is becoming a conversation where men and women and a safe space to talk, not a college safe space, but like everyone can say what they want to say. But one of the things we talk about is basically how young men are kind of struggling. That's why they look up to Andrew Tate, right? So the nerds and virgins thing, and you and the hot chicks, where did that come from? And why are so many young men struggling? Why are there so many fucking nerds and virgins out there? I think the stats show that a third of young men under 30 haven't been laid in a year. So Colby Covington, a certified stud, give us a recipe to help these young men out.
Well, you know, first and foremost, you know, our founding fathers fought for us so we could have our constitutional rights here in America and have freedom of speech. So people should be a little bit more tough-skinned these days. They shouldn't take things so personal, and everything doesn't have to apply to them, and they don't have to judge someone by a book just because they said some mean words. But early on, when I started rising up in the UFC, there was a lot of little kids that I noticed were like my haters, and like I'm like, dude, you're living in your mom's basement. You're trashing on me, who's like a millionaire athlete. Like, what are you doing? That's not cool. So I was like, how can I, you know, kind of give it back to them? You want to dish it out, you better be able to take it. So, you know, I started calling them nerds and virgins, and that's my catch line. You know, greetings, nerds and virgins. Yeah. And people take it really personal, you know, but you know, there's a lot of nerds in the UFC that I have to handle. I have to take their lunch money. You know, I give them that ass whooping, give them a swirly, give them a noogie, and then I take their lunch money. Little wedgie, too.
Little wedgie out there. Yeah. Now, you ready for that wedgie?
No.
No. Well, as Drake has famously said, and I've said it before, you know, with the advent of online and everyone's tough and everyone's doing their trolling online, Drake famously said that trigger fingers turn to Twitter fingers. Like, you're actually out there whooping people's ass, Colby. Yeah. You know, we saw the video of Mike Tyson. Everyone wants to talk shit online to people. This guy's on a flight with Tyson. He says the wrong thing. Tyson beats this dude ass. Yeah, you know, what don't people understand about talking trash online versus what could happen in real life?
Yeah, they don't understand the consequences, you know. Everybody wants to talk tough, but, you know, I talk the talk and I walk the walk. There's a difference. I step out there and I take the risk and I fight the best fighters in the world, and I prove that I am one of the best fighters, not just in the world, but of all time in this sport. So, you know, there's people that talk the talk and walk the walk, and then there's people that just talk the talk and they don't ever walk. So there's a difference, you know, but, you know, it's so sad the way society has fallen, and you know, people want to be against people like me who believe in toxic masculinity. I believe that, you know, men should not be afraid to be who they are, you know, and you know, take risk. You know, don't be a little beta soy boy.
I think, and I've said this before, like, you're a couple years younger than me, right? So you're 36? Okay. So I remember back in school, like, our teachers would literally hit us. This is in the 80s, dog.
Wow,
like
with the ruler.
With the ruler. Pull my ear.
For sure.
Or hit us with a ruler.
Yeah, with the ruler. Smack.
And all of a sudden, it turned into participation trophies. You can't say the wrong thing. Feelings. Vinny Oshana in the house. He's one of those feelings type people. Vinny, there he is. He choked you out last time we saw you, Vinny. Don't happen again.
Careful.
But then it turned into, like, you can't. I think that more young kids, and I mean this, just sometimes deserve a punch in the face. See what it feels like. You're talking so much shit online. Who was the one kid we did a reaction video? The kid Neon.
Oh, yeah. Neon.
Here's this kid talking so much shit online, and then in real life, he got roughed up. Some people just need an ass whooping. I don't know.
It's true.
I think you co-signed this message. But here, I want to get the ladies involved. So I'm at the UFC fight, and I'm watching 2 women fight.
Oh, yeah.
And I don't know. I'm just like,
I kind of like watching them go at
You
it.
did?
I did, honestly. Only because, like, I feel like when they go in, like, they got something to prove in a way. Like, they're like, you know, like, they're in there, like, we're fighting in a man's ring. You know, like, we got to give a show. We got to, like, go. Like, because there was one fight that they were just dancing around. I was like, come on, like, knock someone out already. Like, do you remember that fight? They were, like, dancing around. I forgot the gentleman's name.
I'm with Colby Covington. I'm not talking shit
sorry.
about the UFC.
I'm sorry.
You on your own,
dancing around.
Colby, I see nobody dancing,
I
bro.
saw people dancing around. There was
Fighting,
one fight. But I will say, I like to kind of watch the women, you know, go at it a little bit.
Okay, and that's got a little fetish. But and then, you know, in between rounds, these girls are knocking each other in the face. Women, like we're used to guys, but now all of a sudden these women are beating the shit out of each other. You know, go to their corners, and then the ring girls come too. Right? Like they're jogging behind. Like people can't count the 3. Okay, great.
You know, you like to watch.
That's my point.
Okay.
So, you know, we've got a mother here. We've got a content creator, OnlyFans girl here. Loud and proud. What'd you call yourself?
E-prostitute.
E-prostitute. She's cornering the market on that. We have a journalist here. We have a progressive personality, very strong feelings. But here's my question to you, Colby. This is a weird one.
Yeah.
Would you rather date, or even marry, dare I say it, a female UFC fighter or an OnlyFans model?
Oh.
Who would you like? Who? This is a tough one.
Like,
You know, sort of a chick that can maybe give you a black eye, or a chick that will listen to what you have to say. This. Anyway, interesting question. Who would you rather be with?
Yeah, I mean, very interesting question. Most of the UFC girls are like very like tomboyish and into girls. They're not like like most women are, and feminine women. So, I would probably definitely take the UFC girl just because that's like a real job and like a real profession and career. And nothing against like OnlyFans, but like it's just you're selling yourself to the world. Like it would be tough to really claim that as being proud of having a woman like that in my life because the whole world's seeing it, So it's not a knock because that's great. You're making money. You're doing. Yeah. I'm all about the free market and go earn your money. You need to take care of your family, take care of your bills. I understand that, but it's just for what I'm looking for a girl. I come from like a very Baptist family, and my parents raised me with morals and values. So like I want a woman that I know I can trust and that she's going to raise my kids, and it's going to be a happy, loyal family, not someone that has a million dudes in her DM that wants to give them an extra purse or an extra trip this weekend.
Gotcha. Interesting perspective, because it's not like, do you want to marry a woman who's a fighter or just a traditional woman? Obviously you're going to take like traditional woman, but OnlyFans girls, we have one here. Farhad, sell him why he should consider, or the men out there should consider going with an OnlyFans girl over than a masculine fighting female.
I'm not going to sell them on that.
Sell them, Farhad. Sell them. What are the benefits? How about, I'm asking you this. What are the benefits of a guy actually taking an OnlyFans girl seriously? Because we've had this conversation before. It's recreational use only. They look hot. They look good. Mm-hmm. But you can't bring this girl home to mama. He's a Baptist, Sell the guys out there why they should genuinely consider taking a girl that is in, what is it called? E-prostitute seriously.
I mean, I don't have to sell it. They already do it. I mean, he's espousing Christian values, but in those clips we saw, he's parading himself with women as trophies, essentially. So it's like, it's fine if you think it's not a real job for women to like sell their bodies, but then like actually live that in your day-to-day life. Don't treat women as like trophies to tell men that they're like nerds and virgins because they're not surrounded by hot women, because you're just fueling the market for OnlyFans, basically. So I just find it inconsistent.
What is your response to that?
I mean, it's not inconsistent. This is show business. So this is what I do. I entertain people. People aren't just going to turn on these fights. They'd rather watch Real Housewives of Miami than watch fights. So I want to get these fans drawn in. I want them interested, and I want to make it a spectacle and a show from you. It's more than just fighting in this business. That's not how you make money in this business. So, I got to do what I got to do for my family as well. And don't think don't take things so seriously, I think was what I would say.
So,
I mean this with the most respect, but aren't you kind of selling your body in that same sense too, as like the OnlyFans girls? Like you're selling this like illusion that you want people to like buy into so that they can watch you more.
okay, I would love to answer that, but I'll give Cole, like, it'd be one thing if he was sitting there doing crotch shots. This dude puts his life on the line. He trains for this. He's been doing it his whole life. He has to be in shape. To correlate a woman just turning on the camera and doing whatever she does to an actual professional athlete, I think is,
Unfair.
with due respect,
Insane.
intellectually lazy. So, Colby, I don't know. I mean, as your attorney right now, I mean, go ahead.
Yeah, it's interesting because last year OnlyFans actually offered me like a 6-figure contract to do content on there, but I'm like, I just thought it was too tacky. You know, I'm like, I'm not going to film my training, and you know, I'm not looking to go on the OnlyFans page because I don't want to be known as an OnlyFans model. I earn my money the hard way. You know, I step in there like a gladiator. I fight the best fighters that have been risen their whole life to fight other people and send these kids to the hospital. So this isn't a joke. We don't play games. I get locked in the cage in my underwear, and I'm going out there to take that guy's brain cells. So it's a barbaric sport, and you know, it is what it is. It's not the feelings business. It's the fight business.
Well said. Yeah. I mean, look, to be clear, I was looking at these girls fighting each other, right? And then I'm looking at the ring girl selling her body, literally. And given this, you know, you said you would take a UFC girl. I'll take the hot, slutty girl over the masculine butch girl. That's me. That's me. But, you know, this is sort of where we're at in society. But I think you could do a better job selling the men out there why they should actually take UFC OnlyFans girls seriously. I think you should.
I don't have to sell them. They're all there. They're all in my DMs. They're the IG models DMs. Like I said, he's parading himself around.
Yeah, but
these
sweetheart,
girls.
But these are all the weirdos.
This
This isn't any normal
only.
guy that's like tuning in and paying you money like for a service. Like no normal guy would do that. That has values and morals and respect for themselves. Like that's pathetic. That's all the weirdos out there that have neck beards and they breathe out of their mouth for a living.
I mean, people say that
Called
to
your
make
friends mouth breathers.
They say that to
Neck
make
beards.
themselves feel better. It's a cope. I mean, like 20% of American men 10 years ago were buying sex. I don't think they're all incels. There's a lot of doctors. There's a lot of lawyers. Like it's a $1 billion sex industry because of wealthy men.
No, but okay, there's a difference here, and I want to cover one last topic. Can we pull out some of those clips up, Malik, the last thing that Colby's been talking about? There's a difference between who you would want to take you seriously. I assume you're not taking any of these guys just tipping you, pay pigs seriously. But at some point, you're going to want to get married and have kids. At some point in your life, maybe, maybe not. Yes, no?
Yeah, I wouldn't say I don't necessarily take them seriously. Same way if a guy slides in my Instagram DMs, I'm not going to write him off just because he's simping by sliding in my DMs, and I see OnlyFans as parallel to that.
Okay, I'm sure we don't need to relitigate this conversation, but if you met the guy of your dreams and he says, listen, I'll be with you, but you have to quit all this, would you consider that?
If he was out earning me and was going to finance my lifestyle to the point where even if he dumped me in 3 months, I would have enough money to make up for the lost income, sure. So you basically have to buy me out.
Okay. It's called succession planning in the business. Okay, so good luck with that. Whoa, whoa, whoa. If you like that one, click right here to watch the full SOSCAST. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel.